I'm Alicia, and this is my book share. I read the story Breathe Eyes Memory by Edwidge Danticat, and it is about a 12-year-old girl named Sophie who lives in Haiti with her aunt. Her aunt's name is Addie, and her grandmother also lives in Haiti, but just in a different town. She's never met her mother. Her mother moved to New York when she was just a baby. She just needed a change, and she needed to get away. She had Sophie at a very young age. It was not by choice. She was actually pulled into a cornfield and raped. Sorry, I'm going to try really hard not to give so much away because I want you guys to read this. It was a really good story. But so she needs to get away from Haiti. She can't live there. She has nightmares. She can't handle it. So when Sophie is 12 years old, she's going to school. She's learning maybe she's not learning English. But she's in school. She's really smart. She's learning how to read and to write, things that a lot of kids in Haiti didn't get the opportunity to, but that's all because of her mom, who's working so hard to provide these things for Sophie. One day, Sophie comes home from school and finds out that her mom wants her to come to New York and live with her. And Sophie's world is kind of turned upside down. She doesn't want to leave everything she knows. She doesn't want to leave her family. And she's scared. It's a big change, but she doesn't have a choice. So when she gets to New York with her mom, it's obviously awkward because they don't know each other and it's a learning experience. But she starts going to a Haitian school, and that's when she starts learning English. And as she gets older, her and her mom build a relationship and they get along. And her mom works 2 jobs, so she spends a lot of time either by herself or going to these jobs with her mom. But once she gets about 17 or 18, they move, and this neighbor musician kind of piques Sophie's interest. He's a lot older than him. He's a lot older than her. His name is Joseph, but they fall in love. And when the mom finds out that Sophie is kind of falling in love, Sophie has to lie because she doesn't want her mom to do things to her that was done to her mom and her aunt by her grandmother in the past. She's super nervous. Well, unfortunately, she gets tested, and it involves checking for kind of their purity, like to say that she's still pure, that she still is going to be wanted. And it's devastating for Sophie. It's embarrassing, it's painful, and it's terrible. Something that I would wish on nobody. But Sophie tricks her mom. I'm not going to tell you how. And her and Joseph end up eloping and moving to Providence, Rhode Island, I believe. I would have to check a map. But anyway, so they move away. Sophie doesn't talk to her mom anymore because her mom is super upset, like pretty much just owns her and kicks her out. So Joseph and her are married. They have a child together named Bridget, I would say. It's kind of like Bridget, but I would say it's like Bridget, the way it's spelled. Anyway, because of the things that have happened to her in the past, intimacy is not comfortable for Sophie, and she ends up kind of having a mental breakdown and just ends up running away and going back to Haiti, and shows up unannounced at her aunt's house with her grandmother. And a lot has changed. Addie is her aunt is different. She's kind of lost it since Sophie left her, because she didn't have to be responsible for anybody else. She's still not married. She doesn't have any kids of her own, but she is learning to read and write English. So that's pretty cool. She's learning her letters, they call it. So back in Haiti, they have these, they call them monsters. There's a Haitian word, but it's just like a army kind of, and they're not nice, and it's violent, and that's part of the reason why people are leaving. So Sophie sees some things while she's there that aren't very good, and she is there. Her grandma wants to get her funeral things arranged and that kind of stuff, so her grandmother calls Sophie's mom. Sophie's grandma does not want her and her mom to be fighting anymore. She wants them to squash it, and so she invites her mom to Haiti. And meanwhile, Joseph, Sophie's husband, is like panicked. He doesn't know where Sophie is. She didn't leave a note, she left a note, but just said she needed some time for herself. And she takes her daughter and they just leave. So he's been in contact with Sophie's mom as well. So Sophie's mom comes to Haiti to arrange things for her grandmother's funeral and to also, check on her and bring her back home. So while they're there, they get things figured out. Once again, I'm trying really hard not to tell you everything, even though I feel like I probably have. When Sophie returns home to Joseph, she's going to therapy. She's trying to figure things out. And unfortunately, something devastating happens with her mother. And that's where the story kind of ends. So the ending is really good. It wasn't what I expected. I don't want to tell you because then, well, I'll give it away and I want you to read the story. So I would highly recommend this story. It's a great kind of eye-opening, just another look into somebody else's life. As a female, too, not that I can relate to Sophie, but especially with things that happened with her, but it's just kind of an eye-opening, like, holy cannolis, that stuff really happened. But I hope I gave you a good enough summary. Sorry, I keep shaking my computer, but I hope that you guys, this video makes you want to read the story. I do recommend it. So, thanks for watching!